this is Chris again with Just a Suggestion. Summer's coming up soon, or summer's coming up now, and a lot of kids may think, woohoo, free time, don't have to read, which is correct. You don't have to read, but honestly, I think this is the perfect time for kids to find books that they want to read instead of books that they have to read. So I think summer is a great time, like what I just said, for kids to find books they like. We've got a bunch of books here for starting out with little kids, like the Magic Treehouse series. I think is a great series where the kids actually learn something, but it's a fun story at the same time. We got a Junie B. Jones series, and then speaking of stuff that kids like, we've got the Captain Underpants series, and a lot of you parents may groan when you read some of these titles, like Captain Underpants and the Preposterous Plight of the Purple Potty People. But you got to, if you start them out with what they like, then eventually they will, obviously go on to a lot more stuff. These kids get a little older. We've got some. If your kid, this could be a great book a great series to get your kid interested in reading. We've got some the Choose Your Own Adventure books here, where each book is a bunch of different stories that, depending on the choice you make, like you reach here and you reach your page where you come to a choice, and depending on the choice you make, you can go to one page, or different choice, go to a different page. So interesting ideas there. And we've got some bunch of classics here. For instance, we've got the Little House series. We've got Hardy Boys, Nancy Drew, the C.S. Lewis Chronicles of Narnia series, Wrinkle in Time by Madeleine L'Engle, and we've got a bunch of newer series as well, like the Series of Unfortunate Events, 13 books by Lemony Snicket, Wimpy Kid series. Here's one kind of interesting. Neil Gaiman, interesting author. He little on the scarier side, but a little bit of trivia about this book. Coraline was originally, he was typing the word Caroline and misspelled it, and an author friend of his said that sometimes the best ideas you have come from mistakes that you've made. So another thought there. And we've got Beverly Cleary, a bunch of different Beverly Cleary books, a bunch of different Judy Blume books. Stuart Little by E.B. White, also the author of Charlotte's Web. A bunch of books by Roald Dahl. Here's James and the Giant Peach, the author of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Percy Jackson and the Olympians series, the first one, The Lightning Thief, by Rick Riordan. All the American Girl books. This is kind of an interesting series by Dave Barry and Ridley Pearson. They got together and they decided to do sort of a prequel to Peter Pan, kind of how Peter got his start. And here's the first one, Peter and the Starcatchers. And if your kid's interested in sports, might want to start them off with Matt Christopher. He's got a bunch of different sports books. Tim Green is a fantastic author, and he was just in the store not too recently, or about a week ago, and doing some book signings for us. So a lot of these are signed. And we've also got Michael Pica. And then we've also got some more sci-fi fantasy type of books, like Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, fun book to read. Orson Scott Card, the Ender's Game series, which they start with a young boy who's the protagonist of the story, hero of the story. Interesting little Ray Bradbury, of course. Piers Anthony, a fun Xanth series. Just a fun series that's filled with puns. There's usually a map of the land of Xanth in the beginning of each of the books. It looks curiously a lot like Florida. And we've got some more adult books that are still appropriate. For instance, Watership Down, which, and this sounds silly every time I try and tell people what it's about, but it's sort of like an epic journey of rabbits to find a new home. But anyway, we've got a bunch of books here. Listen to your child, find out what they like, find out what they don't like. We should have books on anything you'd like, anything they would like. Hope to see you soon. Thanks.